Hey, Action Shelf listeners, before we jump into the show itself, we want to tell you about how you can get even more action in your life.
Mm.
That appeals to you.
More action. More action. You
More
say,
action,
John.
you say. Yes. If you go over to our Podbean patron page, that's patron.podbean.com/punchup. You can listen to Listman and I watch, what's this? Good action movies.
Good action movies, you say?
That's right. A change of pace. We thought behind the paywall, let's give people something of quality. So
And give us something of quality.
I know it's such a pleasure to do that. So twice a month, you and I will be doing commentary tracks that you can download for good action movies, all kinds of awesome stuff from a lot of our heroes like John Woo, and we've done stuff from the John Wick franchise and Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all the guys we never get to talk about on here.
Yeah, stuff we legitimately love and love to share with you all.
Yeah.
So
you can listen to that as well as other cool exclusive content from the Punch Up Entertainment Network shows. Once again, the address for that is patron.podbean.com/punchup. And now, into the action.
The Action Show. The Action Show.
Welcome to the Action Shelf. The podcast celebrates the glory of B action movies. I'm John Campbell.
And I'm the stunt double playing Michael Listman in this episode.
I mean, fair enough on this one. If the actors in this movie are using stunt doubles, we can use doubles this week.
Yeah, I was in the other room just kind of relaxing while my stunt double watched this film.
Oh, man. You lucked out on that one. I didn't get that in my contract. I had to watch this.
Well, you gotta read the fine print.
Yeah, you've got a better agent than I do. We're talking about 2012's Maximum Conviction. Oh yeah, boy, this is
Clash of Titans here.
That was what I mean. Look, there's a million Steven Seagal movies, but what put this one? So that's always the question, because we do Seagal here and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't avoid him because he has so many. But the question is always, if he has 100 of these things, what leads to one of these actually getting chosen? And it was the pairing this week, right? We were like, whoa, Steven Seagal and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean,
on
this is an event
together.
We can't miss it. Yeah.
I believe this is the only time they've shared the screen, so this is it, man. But I gotta say, this is not the excitement of seeing Stallone and Schwarzenegger together.
This movie is one of the most boring. I mean, we say this a lot, but this is one of the most boring movies I've seen.
This thing is a fucking snooze, man. I don't know that I've checked the time remaining more on a movie than this one.
I don't think I've ever been on my phone ignoring a movie more than this movie.
I had the same thing where I would look something up and then go like, oh, what about this and that, and then I'd be like, oh, I gotta pay attention to the movie, I guess, though. But then also, I don't know that you do. There is not much plot here.
Not a lot of plot, literally zero character moments or character beats or anything like that.
The characters, the unforgettable characters of Cross and Manning, are their character things are they're badass.
I wrote down how they're described in the movie. Cross, who's played by Steven Seagal, is described as an operational genius.
Yes.
Whatever that means. And then Manning is a weapons expert / bulldozer on the ground. That's all the character development they get.
Yeah.
There's not much there.
Lord, no. And you have two actors who just aren't capable of playing much either. But I will say, all of a sudden, I like Stone Cold Steve Austin a lot more when he stands next to Steven Seagal.
I mean, he was certainly more entertaining. He's not good in this movie.
He's not good in this movie, but he seems happy to be here. Seagal...
He seems... Yeah.
Dude, I think Seagal is getting worse at acting. Really. I think he's... he is so checked out in this thing.
Yes. And he's not even starting from a place of, like, great skill and then checking out like a Bruce Willis. He's starting terrible and then checking out, which is worse.
Checked out Seagal is worse than checked out Willis for that, because even checked out Willis,
it's not even close.
There's still some kind of performance. Here it just feels like I gotta get to the end of this line. I mean,
Willis has a natural charisma to him.
Yeah, even Willis
never had.
Even Willis not caring is mildly compelling at the very least.
Yeah.
Seagal is... I mean, it really did feel like he's just like, whatever, just, I'm not doing another take.
Just give me the fucking paycheck already so I can get the fuck out.
And that's the thing that made me go like, dude, why are you still doing these movies if you clearly hate it so much? Seagal's got to have money, right?
And he produced this movie.
Yes.
He's one of the main producers.
Yes.
His production company, which is... which one is it? Is it Voltage? No, Steamroller, I think is him.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the two production companies for this movie, and Steamroller, it's all Steven Seagal movies.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay.
But going back, deep into his career, like Marked for Death and stuff is him,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, and I don't know if you looked at the filmmakers of this, but the guy who directed this basically only directs Seagal movies. Kanoy Waxman.
But I was surprised with Voltage Pictures. Have you seen some of the movies they made?
They produce a wide range of stuff.
Yes, yeah. Because at first I was like, "Oh God, they produced Terror on the Prairie." Like this is one. Yeah,
but they. I mean,
but if you look back far enough, there's some good shit on here.
I mean, right here, I'm looking at just above Terror on the Prairie is Wind River, which is a movie I fucking love. That's a modern day Western with Jeremy Renner. It's an amazing movie. And X-Men Apocalypse, there's a major superhero movie. They produced the TV show Leverage. Colossal. Oh my God. By the way, if you haven't seen Colossal, go watch that movie. What a really interesting take on a kaiju film.
Yes.
The Marksman is, so they produce tons. Oh, we both enjoy Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yeah. They're a production company. And that means they produce a huge range of stuff.
The Dallas Buyers Club?
They've produced some shitty straight-to-video action movies and some, like, Academy Awards contenders. That's not uncommon to see on, like, once again, like, if you're... Because they're probably, like, a mid-level production company. This is...
Right, yeah.
This is what you get when you go, like, above the Asylum and stuff. But, some stuff doesn't work out when you're not, they don't have the quality control of a major studio, but sometimes they make good stuff and sometimes, actually, if you look, even Cannon made a couple of real winners in there.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Like there's a couple of Academy Award nominated Cannon films. They just don't feel like Cannon movies. It's just stuff that Cannon happened to produce. Same thing with Roger Corman. He produced a couple of like things,
Abduction?
But not that he makes bad stuff, but like people don't know that Mel Brooks produced The Elephant Man, stuff like that, right? Yeah, because you just go like, I don't know, you just go where the money is or where you're interested. Sometimes you do stuff for money, sometimes you do stuff because hey, this is good.
Yeah.
The Voltage is not a company that we can really go like, oh.
Yeah, I just find it interesting, like the business side of this weird side industry, of Hollywood.
When you're at that level. Oh, I saw their most recent movie, Last Seen Alive, with Gerard Butler. That was pretty good. I mean, that was a lower budgeted thriller, but it was like a real movie. I mean, it's got Gerard Butler, which is Gerard Butler's an actual actor, unlike Seagal. So let's. Max, the guy who directed this directed a bunch of Seagal movies, and then Richard Beatty, who wrote it, has also written a number of Seagal joints.
Yeah, Yeah, both the director and writer are. It's not the case where they've made some good stuff and are slumming it, and they are fully entrenched in this world.
I do feel like because both the writer and director of this are involved in Seagal's TV show. And I feel like, I don't know if it was a bonus episode at some point. Listen, we need to watch at least the pilot of that.
That's Lawman.
Oh no, that's the reality show. No, he had a drama series called True Justice. Really? Well, yeah, and you would know it because it was on of course, everybody's favorite TV channel, Reels. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But not only was Seagal the star, he was the showrunner. Created by and starring Steven Seagal.
What was it called again?
It's called True Justice.
True Justice, which sounds like a Steven Seagal thing.
Yeah. True Justice. It's it ran for 2 seasons on Reels. And
that's around this time, actually, 2010 to 2012.
Yep. I've never seen it. I only know of it. It has to be terrible.
I mean, it's it's the same era as this piece of shit film, so it's got to be bad.
Well, and it's a TV show created by and starring Steven Seagal, so I mean, there's just no way that's good. But I've always just been curious about it, just because you're like, interesting. He tried to do like a deep cable, streaming show.
Yeah.
In the prestige TV era.
Hey, I saw The Shield and I thought that's bullshit. I'm gonna make something better.
I don't know, a show where cops are played as morally ambiguous? Bullshit, man.
Bullshit. No. I'm going to be the best. The best there ever was.
You talk about a movie where he is not morally ambiguous, and I don't even think bad guys ever even land a hit on him in this movie.
I was thinking the exact same thing. The final confrontation in this movie is so boring.
He just kicks the shit out of the bad guy at the end of this movie.
It's so one-sided. And that's this whole film.
Mm-hmm.
At least Steve Austin gets like pummeled a few times.
Yeah, that was another thing where I appreciate. Stone Cold is not a good actor, but I'm going like, all right. He's not checked out. Like I said, that's the thing that leans me towards at least some kind of positive of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He actually seems to want to be here and try. He's not a great actor, but he's trying to give a performance.
That's something. I mean, it's something to latch on to.
Exactly. It's like whenever they moved from Seagal to Stone Cold, because here's the other thing about this movie. They're not in it together. They're in maybe 2 or 3 scenes together.
Yeah. I mean, there's a moment where they meet up and you're like, okay, the rest of the movie, it's going to be them working together.
I laughed so hard at that because Steve Austin goes, all right, brother, we're going to... from now on, you and I are going to take the bad guys together. And Seagal goes, no.
No. Go. The opposite of the improv yes and. Yeah. No, actually, I got to do some other stuff,
Because, Steve Austin's like, all right, we're going to, you and I hit it together now? No, I got other stuff to do. And these kind of waddles off screen.
I left my hoagie back in my office, so I gotta go grab that, shove it down my gullet, and
that's another thing, right? Is Stone Cold Steve Austin is also so much more mobile and active, and able to do fight scenes where Seagal just kind of stands. I mean, that's the thing about Seagal can't do fight scenes. He has to pummel guys because all he can do is stand there and then wait for. You just watch him wait, like he hits the guy and the guy falls. He waits for the guy to get up and then he just hits him again.
That could be cool. You know what I mean? Just waiting for the person to attack and then you react, Like that could be interesting, except we know the truth is that Seagal cannot bend over to tie his own shoes. So, like, obviously, he's going to have to stand
I will say he spends most of this movie in a tactical vest. I did not know those came in a 10XL.
Yeah, not either.
That thing is fucking huge. And when he takes it, I was surprised when he took the vest off at the end because I did think it was maybe doubling as a girdle.
Well, they did only shoot him from the shoulders up. Once he did that,
I feel like directing Seagal, a lot of it is hiding the gut.
Yeah,
and once again, even as big as he is in this, we know he gets bigger after this.
He gets less out of shape,
and I
still insists on being an action hero.
Yeah, I did look at this, Listman. This is the last movie before the goatee.
Okay, that's interesting.
After this one, he grows the goatee, and then that's everything going forward.
Because there was one, he didn't have the little circular sunglasses, but he did have tiny sunglasses.
And he's got the tactical glasses on. I think he's still hiding the eyes.
He is still hiding the eyes, but I think that I'm wondering when he gets those little
let's see
sunglasses.
what the next, once again, because the next one, I definitely saw the goatee on the poster, like the one he does right after this. But let me see here. So this is... this is what people tuned in for. Maximum Conviction, 2012, Force of Execution. God, these titles.
They more than any other movie. Mm-hmm. These feel like they're made from our action movie title.
I mean, Force of Execution. Ooh,
that's nothing.
Ooh, we might want to check this one out though. You was talking about his co-stars. You got Seagal, Ving Rhames, and Danny Trejo with him in that one.
Okay, yeah. Ving Rhames I'm interested in.
Yeah, well,
Danny Trejo, it could be anything.
Yeah, he might be in that movie for 10 seconds for all we know.
Yeah.
But I love Ving Rhames. And once again, a real actor, an actual actor, Ving Rhames guy with an interesting career because he's in something like that, and then he is also in all the Mission Impossible movies.
Yes. So he's consistently getting good work.
Yeah,
but he's also consistently in these.
And he's the voice of Arby's, which I'm sure he makes. He's the guy who goes, "We got the meats."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's him.
That
so I'm sure he makes more off of that than anything.
Oh yeah. 100%.
No tiny sunglasses on that goatee, but not the tiny sunglasses yet, but regular sunglasses.
Is it bad that I want to sort of have a timeline set for Seagal? And it's this is where the goatee starts. This is the sunglasses. This is the first movie where he's seated for over 50% of the film.
Because, that is the thing. He is not seated in this one.
Yes.
He is kind of moving around, but slowly.
Very slow.
Careful
very
now.
Slow.
Careful, Steve. I just want to see where the tiny sunglasses
blow out.
Come in. It's not on that one either. By the way, the biggest acting stretch he ever had is in the movie A Good Man, because he's playing a quote good man.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I mean, listen to these titles. Gut Shot Straight. The fuck kind of title is that?
That's not even proper grammar.
Oh, wait a minute. This one we need to watch. This one has a lot of good actors in it.
Oh, shit.
Vinnie Jones, Stephen Lang, Ted Levine, George Eads of CSI.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I think this one is one we might want to watch, because this one seems like Seagal might just be a supporting player in this one.
What year did this movie come out?
That was 2014. Yeah, because
so
I'm just following his career, right, from this in 2012, Force of Execution in 2013, A Good Man in 2014, Gut Shot Straight. Horrible title.
That's a terrible title.
Listen, I think it's 2015 where the tiny sunglasses come into play. It looks like those sunglasses are getting smaller and smaller by the time you get to Absolution.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how interesting this would be to other. This is fascinating to me.
Folks, is this interesting to you? I agree. It's fascinating to me, too. I just like the descent of this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you go back to the beginning of his career, you got Slim Seagal, and then you also watch him get heavier and heavier. Because I think Under Siege 2 is a real turning point in that's when the weight is noticeable all of a sudden. He's getting thicker, but we watched On Deadly Ground. He's bigger than he is in Above the Law, but he's not fat yet in that movie.
No.
That's I think
he's still believably an action star.
He's still mobile, right?
Yeah,
I think that's always the thing, because it's not even that he looks fat. It's that he feels fat on screen.
Yeah, he feels very slow and sluggish.
That's where I have a problem with, because you and I are both fans of Sammo Hung, who's a chubby martial artist, but dude fucking moves like nobody's business.
Yeah. I mean, weight doesn't have a huge impact on that.
It doesn't have
really
to.
Just the athleticism of
because a chubby, agile guy, as Jack Black describes himself. Another perfect example of a guy who's heavy but mobile.
Definitely.
And that can really work, actually. But no, that's the problem. Seagal just keeps getting heavier. Because I don't feel like he's like, I think like guys like Sammo Hung or Jack Black are kind of just naturally chubby guys.
Yeah.
Like they're always going to kind of be big boned. And so that kind of doesn't slow him down. Where Seagal, it's like, dude, you shouldn't be this big. This is unhealthy. And you can see
obviously, Sammo Hung is a perfect example because he obviously exercises a lot and stretches and like keeps himself limber, you know. I mean, it's very clear Steven Seagal is not taking care of himself at all.
Also, a big difference between Sammo Hung and Steven Seagal is I think Sammo Hung actually knows martial arts.
Well, he does actually know martial arts.
Because this movie does two things. Not only do I still think his moves aren't very good, the amount of cuts when Steven Seagal does anything,
including
and
just
I don't necessarily need like huge long takes in these fights, but I'm talking every single move is a cut.
Every single move has up to 3 cuts, you know, like from 3 different angles. You know.
My God. That's telling me this dude can't string together even like a kick to a punch. He can't do it.
Nope.
And he's the other thing is trying to get through those lines. I swear he sounds out of breath in his line delivery. Just talking
even
is
just
hard for
standing. Standing is exhausting for him.
Dude, I don't even think it's just the weight. I think it's substance abuse as well, too. I mean, that's what I mean. It's like, it's a generally unhealthy lifestyle. I think the weight is just a symptom of a guy who is so unhealthy in every sense of the word.
I don't think he has any amount of impulse control.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, he's just pure id, I think, in a lot of
ways.
It's
all sugar, drugs, booze, sex.
Like, just the way that he can't control himself around women. You know, he has literally no filter.
100%.
I think it's the exact same thing with substance abuse.
Boy, did you think the same thing every time he was in a scene with these 2 women in this movie? You just know between takes he was saying shit.
Yes, of course, because if there's women at all in one of his movies, like there's no way he didn't sexually harass them in some way.
These 2 women who have not much to do in this movie. Because this movie doesn't really give a shit about women beyond threatening to rape them, of which, God, the constant threat of rape in this movie.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I really wasn't paying that much attention to this film because
every time they're in this prison and every time they run into anybody, they're like, "Oh, come here, baby."
That's true.
It's also which is gross and also just goddamn what a prison cliche in movies that like everybody's violent and horny. Like also, I have so many questions about the prison. Let's get into the plot of this movie, Listman.
Yeah,
what there
sure,
is.
Plot.
Yeah,
we'll go with plot.
The supposed, the alleged plot.
The sequence of events.
So we start the movie. This movie takes place in a what they call a top secret Army black site prison
in Northern Oregon.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. So what is by the way, what is Northern Oregon, Listman? We're native Oregonians. What is Northern?
Portland is Northern Oregon.
No, that's what I'm getting to. Is like where we live in the most metropolitan area of the state is.
I mean,
about as close as you can get before it becomes Washington.
I mean, maybe they were implying it's like to the east down like the Columbia Gorge. You know,
maybe. Boy, it doesn't matter because this is all Vancouver, Canada.
It's true. Yes, this is very clearly Canada.
And here's something the movie could have done that I've seen movies do is like top secret prison, location undisclosed, and just be vague. It's out in the woods. That's all that matters. Because
why say that it's Oregon at all?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Because the thing about it is, boy, they don't establish location well at all in this movie.
Nope.
This prison doesn't feel like a prison. How much of this prison is enforced by chain link fence really made me laugh for being like a top secret for the most dangerous prisoners. It's mostly chain link fencing inside the prison.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like these kinds of black sites aren't usually in the U.S. so that
no, because you're talking about things like Guantanamo Bay. Yeah,
exactly.
A process called rendition. Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. That is true. Also, it's so interesting because Listman, did this remind you of a movie we watched fairly recently? Not on this show, but on Panel Up. If you go over there and listen to this, kind of reminds me of that Scott Adkins movie, One Shot. That was a way better plot about an assault on a way better movie. That movie was all fighting.
Yes.
But it was compelling and good fighting.
It was compelling. Even just, well, I mean, you have Scott Adkins. It's going to be a better film because the action is legit in that.
Well, you also had Ryan Phillippe. You had good actors in that.
That's true. That's true.
And that movie also was so narrowly focused, right? It was so just like it was at a certain point. It was just a fight to survive kind of movie, like The Raid. You know. Here,
I mean, that's kind of what this movie was going for, right?
Yeah, except it's just everything's so boring. Because the amount of ammo fired in this movie is insane, and yet it's so boring. Isn't that interesting?
Well, it's because every gun. This movie does do the worst thing possible, which is every gunfight is just two people around corners shooting at each other down a hallway. That's an hour of this film. That's at least 45 minutes.
There is nothing interesting about any gunfight in this movie at all.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, I love this because we see this. So the movie starts with these two hot female prisoners coming in to this black site. The other thing that makes no sense.
Did you like that they were? Why were they dressed the same? Why did they have the same outfit?
Well, I couldn't figure out what their deal was. They never made sense to me as a duo. I don't understand.
Yes, it didn't seem like they knew each other. I mean, I don't know. For the first half of the movie, I was like, why aren't they just the same character? Why did they have to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
One of them's
evil.
Yeah, one of them's crooked, man. But I just thought very odd choice to dress them the same, present them as a duo.
Same length black hair, like it's just.
Yeah, they even kind of looked alike.
I mean, very clearly, I looked like different ethnicities, but
but beyond that, they've been styled to look alike as much as possible. It seemed like really weird choice.
Yeah, very strange choice.
Yeah, Steph Song plays the courier, and then it's Aaliyah O'Brien is the crooked prisoner is all I called her in my notes. Apparently her character's name is Charlotte, and these are both local Canadian actresses. I can't really say they are good or bad in this because they really aren't much of anything in the movie.
Yeah, there's no way to tell, honestly.
But my God, everybody calls them baby.
Yep. For some reason.
You listen up, baby.
Listen up. Listen up, sugar tits.
Yeah, it's either that or we gotta get the bitch.
Yeah, Stone Cold. One of his introductory lines, he says to one of the women, "Who let the hooker in?"
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, this is our hero.
Yeah, but because boy, oh boy, these are two favorites of problematic divorced dads. Are these guys, aren't they? Fuck yeah! Hey, come on now.
Hey. And then Steve Austin had this weird thing where Charlotte, who's the evil woman, he kept being like, "That's my future wife right there."
Oh, I've got all this shit written down, man, because there's plenty of one-liners in this thing, and they're all awful.
Yep,
including I think I have Listman. What may be, we don't have an award for it, but we may be able to say right here, this might be the worst one-liner in any movie ever, and we'll get to it when we get to it. But I
know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they come in, and then, boy, oh boy, do you think the bad guys are in the garbage truck that's labeled Troy Disposal Services, and it's got a picture of a horse?
So subtle.
Man, does the movie think that's like a smart literary reference?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
And you're just like, Trojan horse reference? That's not, everybody knows that. Yeah, we went to college.
It's literally it's like the condom. What else would it be a reference to?
So this black site prison is being shut down is the plot of the movie, which this is now getting into.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Seagal has come to Seagal is here to facilitate the shutdown of this place.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
That's what's going on. And then he called in Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So none of them actually work at this black site? They just
because we meet the warden. He's this, buffoonish character, this cowardly warden. But here's the thing that makes no sense to me. This is a secret military prison for the worst of the worst. But then it also seems like they also just have general population convicts, too.
Seems like it.
The guys in the orange jumpsuits who were talking about raping women and stuff like that. I'm like, now these guys don't really seem like political prisoners or captured spies or the kind of thing,
or international terrorists or
no, they just seem like general thugs. And you're going, I'm going like, why would they would just go to the prison? Why would they be in like a black site prison isn't like you're doing 20 to life in a black site prison. It's not like
yeah.
This is like where
you go to a black site prison, you don't come back. Is how that
exactly. But these guys are like in their convict suits, going fish meat, and you're going like, well, I understand. Is this a prison or is this a black site like interrogation site? Because the two women that get pulled in, they actually do seem like people who maybe are there because they're potential spies and stuff like that. But so
if they're shutting down this place, why bring 2 new prisoners?
That's also a thing where everybody's mad at Seagal for even taking them. Yeah, but it's kind of like, I don't know, where else they gonna go? Yet it's in. Oh, see, this is where the villains need this to be the plan, though, that they come in here. So they were counting on Seagal to okay these prisoners coming in. If he didn't, their plan would have been nothing.
Well, fortunately, this guy is incompetent, so we can count on him to do the wrong thing so that our plan works.
Because the whole thing is they're waiting on the bus to come and pick up the prisoners to move them wherever they need to go. I don't know exactly what that means.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah.
Also, this whole thing is a ripoff of Assault on Precinct 13. The John Carpenter movie, which is, the whole thing in that is it's the last night that they're shutting down this police station. If anyone recalls that. And by the way, go watch that because that's a brilliant action movie.
Great film.
But it's a similar setup, right? Where it's like we're shutting this thing down. We don't have the resources. And then it gets attacked.
Yeah.
Great idea that John Carpenter had in the 70s.
So somebody was clearly like, maybe Seagal went to his director buddy and his writing friend and was like, so I saw this movie the other weekend. I really liked it. I figured we could do the same exact thing. Yeah. It's like, okay, so how do we make it different? I don't know, man. I don't I've already come up with my idea. Yeah. Okay, you make it different.
My idea was to rip off that great action movie, so you figure out how it's a thing. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, but if it could be like way more misogynistic, that would help a lot too.
I just need an excuse to sexually harass women and get paid for it, okay? That's what I'm here for.
It does seem like that's the case. So yeah, I'm just moving through this thing here. Sure. Yeah, they brought in Seagal. Oh, we do get Seagal randomly fighting a guy who's just acting out in the yard. By the way, the yard, it's not a state penitentiary. Like, it's not.
It's a black site.
Yeah, they keep acting like, oh, man, this guy's causing trouble in the yard, and then Seagal's got to go beat that guy up in a couple of... Is it me, or did it seem like he was doing a lot of slapping in this movie?
Oh yes, 100%.
Like, there was a lot of just like... I'm like, that's not cool.
Yes.
It's not cool to watch somebody slap somebody. That's not a cool thing to see on screen.
Nothing he does in this movie is cool.
Nope, not once.
Yeah.
And can I think now, Listman, is a perfect time for a little segment we call Tales of Seagal. Yes. I want to talk about this time. I want to talk about how Seagal acts with people on set, Listman. This is cool. This is based on a couple of different stories of people who have made movies with Steven Seagal. All right, the first comes to us from one of our favorites, beloved character actor John Leguizamo.
Oh, hell yeah!
Who appeared in the movie Executive Decision with Steven Seagal. All right. This is the following is a direct quote from Leguizamo talking about his experience. We were in rehearsals for Executive Decision. I'm playing his Master Sergeant, and we come in and he says, "I'm in command. Everything I say is law. Anybody doesn't disagree." And Leguizamo says,
"Anybody doesn't disagree." Is that actually the quote?
Anybody doesn't disagree? ? Yeah, that was what he asked. Yep. I started cracking up because he sounded ridiculous, and he came up and he taekwondo'd my ass against the brick, and he hit me with his elbow. He's 6'5", and he caught me off guard and knocked all the air out of me, and I was like, "Why? Why?" I really wanted to say how big and fat he was and that he runs like a girl, but I didn't because all I could say was, "Why?" So that was Leguizamo's story of just
Nobody
being.
can make fun of me on set, okay?
Yeah, I mean, Seagal just straight up assaulted him.
The most fragile ego I've ever fucking heard in a human being.
Yeah, Leguizamo. That bit of description Leguizamo incorporated into his stand-up routine, which apparently Seagal's publicist reached out to Leguizamo saying Seagal, quote, wants to punch him out because what he was saying about him in the stand-up act.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, that's always one of those things where I'm like, maybe don't fuck around with comedians because they will do stuff like that.
Yeah. I'll talk shit.
So this next story comes to us from the stunt coordinator on Seagal's movie Exit Wounds. Once again, the following is a quote from him. I was training DMX on the soundstage, and Seagal showed up and was throwing a few guys around on some mats. I waited till he was finished and walked over and introduced myself. I figured, why wait? He's going to see me around anyway. But I wasn't wearing a cup. I had left it in L.A. So I kind of stood sideways just in case he decided to suddenly kick me in the family jewels. During the conversation, he moved to where he was standing square with me, so while I was chatting with him, I slowly moved back to where I was semi-sideways again. He moved again to square up with me. I'm thinking, this is not happening. So I switched to where my right foot was forward, turning sideways again the other direction. I was doing this very subtly, but he had that look in his eyes as he squared up with me again. I smiled, folded my hands in front of my groin, and said I had to get going and walked away. It was, quote, very weird. So there you go. There's a story of him just generally into. I just love the idea of the stunt coordinator going like, "Dude, I am not gonna fight you. Like, I don't know what the hell. Why?
What?
It's why? It goes back to John Leguizamo and the why? Why would anyone be fighting anyone on a movie set?
You're a tough guy because you're a stunt coordinator. Yeah. I eat people like you for breakfast. And I ate a big breakfast. Let me tell you.
I know, right?
I had a whole roasted chicken this morning. Okay, ate it in one gulp.
So yeah,
but that's so weird. Can you imagine having a congenial conversation with somebody you're going to be working with on a project, and just like squaring off like you're about trying to kick him in the groin? Like what is that?
The other thing I love about that is he instantly knew, oh, this guy's gonna kick me in the balls, isn't he?
He was. He totally was.
Yeah.
Like that's his. That has to be his go-to move.
Oh, I've heard stories of him kicking people in the balls.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a history of it.
And
there's a history of him, like with John Leguizamo. There's a history of him like slamming people into walls and stuff too.
Yeah. And shitting himself when he gets choked out.
Well, yeah, that's my favorite story. I think we told that on our first Seagal episode because that's the best story because you're like, he's he's not full of shit anymore actually. But he, that because that's like, there it is when push comes to shove, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and that guy owned his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can you imagine if there was footage of that?
Oh God,
such a shame that there's nobody caught that on camera. That would have just been the best shit.
I saw footage of some, I don't know, it was some crazy guy at some kind of fan event who kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's an insane video. You can watch it. But what you can also see is Arnold in his 70s just fucking takes it. Like it knocks him to the side, but he doesn't go down, and he seems unaffected by it.
Yeah,
and he's more like, "What? Why?" Yeah, that's it exactly. Well, that's the other thing too. Is like the stories of John Leguizamo getting pushed against the wall. That wasn't skill. That's just he's fucking huge.
He's fucking huge, and he surprises him because you're not expecting to be attacked by your co-star.
You're in rehearsals for a movie. You don't think also the whole thing where it's like, yeah, I'm in charge of this unit. It's like, well, in the movie, yeah, but like not. And
we're co-stars.
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's your Tale of Seagal for this episode. And actually, I have another one later. That's a smaller one. That's very silly. But all right. Mm-hmm. So this garbage truck comes in, and oh my God, there's a good 15 to 20 minutes of Steve Austin just being like, "Hey man, what's the deal with this garbage truck?"
Yeah. So when we were spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, but like just a peek behind the curtains. We were recording our Patreon content yesterday.
Night. Yeah.
And we noted that like the first 20-25 minutes of a lot of these movies is like character setup. You know what I mean? Like just getting familiar with the characters. Around 23-25 minutes is when the action starts. And that is true here too. However, instead of character beats, starting out this film, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin trying to fix a trash compactor and Steven Seagal driving somewhere. I guess to a bar. That's the setup. For this film. Yep. So, It's hilarious. Why isn't there any personal stakes for these characters? Like, why don't we care about them?
No, and we've talked about like it. We don't ask for much, but like I don't know, something, right?
Anything.
Yeah. Instead, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin going, "Hey, what's this truck doing here?" And then he's like, "Oh, damn thing's broke." He's like, "All right, let me get under there." And then there's like 10 minutes of Stone Cold Steve Austin underneath this truck fucking around with wires.
Just muttering to himself, "I'm never getting the fuck out of here, am I?" Yeah.
Yeah, is that what's supposed to endear us to this character? Is like, man, this is
my Friday, goddammit.
Yeah. Man, he's just a working stiff like me.
Yeah.
I hate my job too, Stone Cold.
Crack a beer, drink it down.
Yeah, I don't understand
hide the tears.
What any of this is. I didn't write down the hooker line, but I did write when that prisoner meets Stone Cold Steve Austin. She says, "Sure got some ugly janitors in this dump." And that's when he goes, "Who let in the hooker?"
Yeah.
Fucking bitch. I mean, the whole movie is just like, can you believe these fucking women mouthing off to us?
Yeah, again, just cutting to this fictional problematic divorced dad be like, "Yeah, get him. Nobody talks to Stone Cold Steve Austin like that."
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like I wouldn't let my bitch of an ex-wife talk to me like that. Well, but actually, if I'm being honest, I totally would. So Seagal goes to this bar, and there's too many characters in this movie, number one.
There is.
Because they don't establish any of them. So I'm going, well, wait, who are these guys that he's going like,
great,
I want you to look into the background of these people and blah, blah, blah,
because they found like a piece of paper on the ground.
Yes, that was it. That's like, right. There's some kind of secret message.
Yeah, between the guards, because there's some guards that were in on it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't specifically remember who, because again, there's too many characters, and this movie doesn't bother to highlight any of them.
But this is where so he goes to just these guys. I don't know. There's some kind of ops unit of some sort.
And this is the introduction of what's his face?
So it's Bren Foster is the actor.
Bren Foster, the guy who has maybe the most legitimate fight scenes in the movie.
Yeah, this guy really knows martial arts.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't pretend he knows martial arts.
No. He does do a lot of the choreography himself, though. So
yeah, I mean, I have no problem with Stone Cold Steve Austin's fighting because he just plays a big guy who uses his strength to they talk about what he's like, a battering ram or whatever. What was the thing they said about him?
Bulldozer.
Yeah, and actually that's accurate to how he fights throughout the movie, and that's fine.
Definitely.
I don't. Yeah. His character isn't supposed to be. My problem is with Seagal when he presents himself as some sort of expert martial artist, and you're like, no. This guy though.
And Stone Cold has some pretty entertaining kills in this movie.
He really does.
Yeah, he seems like the genius tactician, not Steven Seagal, who just kind of karate chops somebody until they fall asleep.
Yeah, all the best kills in the movie are Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah,
I don't mind Stone Cold. I don't think
this movie should have just been a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah,
movie, I think.
But I feel like you and I at least get kind of a kick out of Stone Cold Steve Austin because he does have, and he's just doing his wrestling thing, but that means he has a persona.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's why wrestling. That's why the WWE movies, which I don't think this isn't one of them. It just has Stone Cold, but a lot of them are pretty entertaining.
Upcoming. We've talked about we are going to be doing a month of WWE produced movies, one of which does star Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course.
Yes, and I think a lot of those are pretty entertaining because there is that era of drama, the extraness of a lot of WWE performances.
But the thing I like that is, because Stone Cold Steve Austin has that, hey brother, but he also has that I'm a Southern guy too.
Yes.
And as we learned about, where did he learn to fight? From fighting.
From fighting?
Yeah.
From fighting.
Yeah. He has a line here about fighting too that I like, where he says fighting in the same way, which I enjoyed. Yeah. So meanwhile, though, the U.S. Here's another thing that makes no sense. The supposed U.S. Marshal Service is coming to claim secret government prisoners. Well, that's not the U.S. Marshals, folks. They handle actual... Yeah, so... But, of course, they're not the U.S. Marshals, and it brings us to our villain, Michael Pare, who we've seen him before, Listman. Lest we forget, he was the bad guy in the Robert Bronzi joint Once Upon a Time in Deadwood.
I guess he was. I don't remember that movie very well.
What I'm hearing from you, Listman.
Yeah.
But this guy is in many an action child movie, so I'm sure this will not be the last time we talk about him either. Because he was a guy who had kind of a run in the 80s and then fell pretty quickly into straight-to-video stuff. And actually, he's fine.
Again, compared to Steven Seagal.
Well, he's an actual actor, once again,
Yeah.
He's got a nothing bad guy. I don't know what the deal with this guy is at all. But
the motivations aren't really clear in this movie. Like the plot, other than getting the information from the girl.
The bar is so low here that I'm going like, well, he's saying his lines with conviction, so I got no issue.
Yeah.
But he's certainly not good either. And then surprising absolutely no one, the garbage truck is full of soldiers.
My God, who could have seen it coming?
Here's the thing the movie's very bad at too. I never know how many guys the villains have.
It's so unclear.
Because it seems like about 8 guys get out of that garbage truck, but then they easily kill like 40 henchmen throughout the movie. So
yes,
I don't.
Yeah, the body count's ridiculous in this movie.
Yeah, it does. Well, because there's whole sections where guys are just getting mowed down, guy after guy, and those are the kind of things where you go like, dude, I'm not even paying attention anymore because I don't know who anyone is, or it doesn't matter. It's just bodies getting hit with bullets.
Yep.
Can I talk about this? Is my favorite. This is my favorite part of the trivia here. Part of the movie was filmed in a youth facility in British Columbia, but production was kicked out because 2013's Man of Steel had to come in and film in that location.
Oh man, a real film came and started filming here.
Oh man, Superman's pushing us out of this building. God damn it! But yeah, it is like
Zack Snyder did to us. Can you fucking believe how he fucked us over?
Oh, I would love. Wouldn't it be great if Steven Seagal had some kind of personal vendetta against Zack Snyder? I'm gonna. Listman, you haven't guessed what the budget is on this, because I do want to compare it to the Man of Steel budget.
I did accidentally see what the budget was for this. So this is able to play the game.
This is an $8 million movie being pushed out by a $225 million movie.
Oh God. Speaking of getting bulldozed.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hey, we're shooting here, and that's a we're a Superman movie. We don't give a fuck. We couldn't care less about you.
Yeah.
I don't know what this movie grossed either, but I'm gonna guess it's somewhere south of the $668 million that Man of Steel made.
Probably
less people saw this than Man of Steel. I just love the idea of it's like, hey, we're shooting here, and they're like, we're Superman. Fair enough. Okay,
we'll see ourselves out.
Yeah, we're just gonna go out the way we came in.
Should we just like kind of stand over here, in the corner and just wait? Or,
do you think Steve Austin was like, you need like a tough big military guy in it or something?
I got time, okay? Yeah. I got so much free time right now.
I just love the idea of him being like, you probably need like a big burly bald guy in it, right?
I could play Lex Luthor.
I already got my head shaved, so I'm just saying. Yeah, have you cast the Lex Luthor role yet?
And then I'm imagining Steven Seagal side-eyeing Henry Cavill, being like, "Yeah, you're not so tough. Yeah, you might be Superman, but see that those muscles look fake.
Yeah, see that guy in Superman? See the guy in the cape? I'm gonna kick that guy in the balls." He ain't so tough. I kicked Superman in the balls and he fell right down.
Yeah. I call my left foot my kryptonite. That's a terrible joke.
I just love the idea that like Steven Seagal would think anyone is weak because if you kick them in the dirtiest move, like, and that's just I do feel like that makes sense. That'd be the opening gambit. Like, drop them as fast as you can with a kick to the balls and then run away as the Steven Seagal.
Else is he gonna win in a fight against Henry Cavill? Like, you're just not.
Oh, God damn. Yeah. I do love the idea of him just being like, he ain't so tough.
Yeah, I could take him. I won't, but I could.
Yeah.
Just
know.
Keep that in mind.
Well, that was the thing. I told you about that interview I saw where he was talking about like who would actually win in a fight, like Jean-Claude Van Damme. He goes, "Can I laugh in your face?" It's like because Van Damme would win. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Van Damme, who is like an actual world champion kickboxer.
Van Damme's too polite, though. He
wouldn't. Yeah, that's the thing where it's like you don't hear stories about Van Damme fighting people.
Yeah, because I remember Van Damme being asked about that specific conversation. He's like, "Oh, Steven's just being Steven, just being very cordial." I'm like, God, we don't deserve Van Damme. We really don't.
No, and it's just like, because he doesn't have to prove anything. You know what I mean? I think that it's the thing where it's like the guys who talk about they can kick people's ass are never the guys who can actually kick ass.
Nope.
Because you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
It's such insecure. Anyway. All right. Back to this movie here. Yeah. So these guys are not U.S. Marshals. They are. What are these guys? Mercenaries, I guess.
They're like Special X Forces, right?
Yeah. Well, because
like
there's
Marines, I think that's what Seagal says.
Yeah, because there's a thing later in the movie, like the last scene between Perret almost has a character when he's like, "Man, this is just about the money. You and I were the same, but the country screwed us over." And he was like, "Oh, movie almost making a point about a disaffected military veteran. Almost makes a point, not quite though." It's like
it is funny that we watched Under Siege semi recently.
Yeah,
that's a very very similar setup for this villain.
It is, yeah.
Weirdly less compelling. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, go over to our Patreon page and you can hear us talk about the Under Siege, a movie that does have some of the same stuff as this, but is a lot better.
So much better.
Yeah. So let's see here. I do love when the soldier guys are just filing out of the garbage truck, and Stone Cold is just standing behind something, and a guy comes over to look, and he stabs him with a knife. That's whatever. But the fact that a second guy then does it and isn't like, hey, that guy just got stabbed. He's like, hey, what happened over? Oh no!
I got got.
How do you? I mean, because I'll give him that he could get one with that, but the fact that he gets a second, I'm like, this is a video game now, where you're just waiting and hiding for guards to come over and look at what's going on.
And then they all start shooting at him, and somehow all of these 40 guards who spill out of the garbage truck can't hit him with their machine guns.
And also throughout the whole movie, this drove me insane because these are special ops, Marines, whatever, right? And yet every time they open fire, it's always like, hey, like nobody is ever shooting tactically or like anyone trained to use firearms ever.
Nope.
And Seagal has the worst handling of a gun I think I've ever seen in a movie at one point.
Yeah, and we've seen other Seagal movies, so that's saying something.
The man doesn't know how to handle firearms. It's insane.
No.
He's got it's at the end of the movie, but I'll talk about it now. He's got he's got an automatic shotgun, which is an insane weapon to have, number one. Because he's got the big drum of shotgun shells, and the whole thing is it fires like a machine gun, but it's a shotgun. Mm-hmm. But he's got the stock. He's holding the barrel like all the way down, but not pointing the whole gun down. It's just the barrel. So the stock is way up, floating like above his shoulder. And I'm going, what are you doing? Who holds a weapon like that?
I don't know.
And it's supposed to be like,
clearly,
don't move. It's like where your gun is pointed at the floor and it's not controlled at all. Yeah.
If he fired that, it would fly out of his hand.
It would.
Like the kickback would be so strong because shotguns are very, and especially they have a lot of kickback.
And especially this thing, which is just the first Expendables movie has a great scene with an automatic shotgun, but it's Terry Crews operating it, and it's portrayed as this massive cannon of a weapon. Here, he's just casually shooting this thing. But yeah, I got to. I'm going. That stock is there for a reason, right? Like. He's just like, just give me the gun. Yeah, whatever, man. Who cares?
I'm so good with guns. I can hold them however I want.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he describes himself as a firearms expert too.
Oh yeah. That's me.
We even going back to Under Siege. If you watch that with us on the page, he has horrible handling of weapons in that movie too.
Yeah.
Which is so insane because it's such a thing today now where. Anybody who does an action movie trains extensively with guns and knives and martial arts. Like it's expected of our action heroes in movies today.
Yeah, and that's not even just because obviously John Wick does that really well.
Yeah.
But I don't even think John Wick ushered that in. I think that was something that we were.
I mean,
doing
they talk about
that.
Like a guy. How many war movies they talk about where they send them to some form of boot camp and stuff like that? Like they really want it's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I certainly, if I ever direct in that genre, I would want people to. They need to look right on screen.
Of course,
because when you have,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, it just breaks the reality, right? It's just like it needs to be, and as much as we love stuff like Cannon from the '80s, where guys were just spraying bullets, when I watch stuff now, I want to see guys who actually look like what these guys would look like.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to look up how to do that. It's not that hard to just do a little bit of research. That's usually what it is.
A little bit of research. You don't have
research.
Even just a little bit of money to run even just a day. Get a former Marine or something to show people for a day.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you do like a warm up before each shooting day. Of just like, this is how you hold guns. This is how you move, how you sweep a perimeter, like that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Just to like get it in their, just to get it in their muscle memory.
Absolutely, but, yeah. I mean, nobody trains to the extent of like a Keanu.
Nope.
But you've got Tom Cruise. The footage of him training for Collateral, where he's learning how to quick draw and stuff like that, and it's amazing. Like, and I've seen it where because I love to watch those videos where like real experts, and I've seen guys talk about that scene in Collateral where he quick draws, and actually quick draws in Mission Impossible Fallout too, which is I like sort of he brought that skill back. But people go like, holy shit,
why not?
that's. But being Tom Cruise, they talk about he goes, that's as good as anybody could ever do it. Like. that right there.
Yeah, he put in the work.
Yep, he did, and you can watch it on the Blu-ray. You can see him out there on a shooting range training extensively to do that. And then in the movie, you're like, holy fuck, when he does it. You're like, that looks like how you would kill people. So, you want to see good handling, actually, go watch Collateral, because Cruise's weapons.
It's a great film.
It's a great movie, and Cruise's handling of weapons. Any Michael Mann
Is that
movie.
the one with him and
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx. Yeah, okay, that's right. That's
great movie. I mean, just a great
really
movie.
Great movie.
One of Cruise's best performances, too. I love him in that movie.
Definitely. He doesn't often play a villain, you know?
No, what's cool, what's really cool about that movie is that steely intensity he brings to everything when put towards an evil character becomes really scary.
It does, yeah.
That lethal professionalism that he has in that movie is amazing. I love him in that. So let's see here. Okay, I like them questioning, because the whole thing is they've taken the prison, but they don't have the override codes, the bad guys.
Sure.
So they go to the warden and they go, we need you to give the override codes. He goes, it won't work without my fingerprint. Well, what do? They just cut his finger off.
But then they bring him along anyways.
Because he goes, wait a minute, I have the keys. And they're like, okay, if you have the keys, then
look at all these keys on my key ring.
Jingle jangle, jingle jangle. Oh, my keys. I hated this warden character so much.
He's so pathetic.
And they make a big point of carrying him through the movie before he is unceremoniously murdered like 10 minutes before the end.
Yep.
I loved that. That was really silly. Yeah, so let's see. There's more. There's a lot of just... I mean, the whole middle section of the movie is just kind of a lot of people running around this prison.
It is hard to differentiate scene from scene.
Well, because the other thing is, we always talk about the Dark Light of Seagal movie, but this movie is particularly dark. Like, you can almost see nothing in parts of this movie. During a shootout, Seagal does yell out, "Keep your head down, or it'll probably get blown off."
There's like a 50-50 chance it'll get shot.
So
statistically speaking,
let's talk about the main prisoner woman is a courier, and she has a message implanted in her body that is connected to her heart.
Yeah, that sounds real.
Yeah, this is very. I'm like, Jesus! All of a sudden, this got very sci-fi, man. So if her heart stops, it erases the info.
Apparently,
on the device,
that is what happens.
So they can't kill her. That's the whole thing in the movie. And she doesn't even know what's on it. That's the thing.
Yes.
So he's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll help you, ladies." But he's so condescending. He's like, "You stay 2 feet behind me. You stay a foot to my left. You dumb women," you know.
Yeah, when I give you a hunka, you gotta be appreciative, okay? It's very important for your safety.
All right.
And I get to hunka whenever I want.
Okay, the signal, if there's trouble, I'm gonna pat your ass. That's a good girl. Go ahead and get down. So they come into a room, and this is where... because when they get control of the prison, they unlock all the cells, is what the bad guys do.
Sure.
And this is where we get just general thuggish criminals. And they're like, hey, man, just give us one of the girls and you can move on. And they say specifically, so we can take our frustrations out on her.
Or and then they're like, or you can have one of them and you just give us the keys or something like that.
Is this the line you were thinking about? Because this is the worst one-liner in the world to me.
Yes.
And I had to back it up and turn on subtitles to even hear what he fully says.
Yeah.
Why don't you fuck your mama and one of your pet poodles?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I had to listen to this 3 times in order to fully understand what they were saying, write everything down. Yeah, it's so bad. This is the worst. And
one of your pet poodles. Like I said, we don't have an award for it, but I'll just say it right now before we even get to the shelfies. That's the winner of the worst one-liner we'll ever hear.
Should we have an award for worst one-liner?
I don't even think. Like I said, I don't even think we have to. I think it's just this.
Yeah.
I
don't.
Let me say, if anything challenges this, then we'll create the award. But until then, it is the honorary Steven Seagal and Maximum Conviction Worst One-Liner Award.
Yeah.
So Seagal, so he shoots two of these prisoners, and then of course it comes down to hand with one guy, but it's pretty lame. The big thing I've noticed is he loves the finger grab.
He loves like the wrist twisting finger grabs.
But I
don't think that's anything, right? I don't think so.
I don't know that as a specific technique. It's like a decent, I guess it's like a pressure point, or kind of like not pressure point, but like you have control over them at that point or something.
Right, yeah.
It's not a bad move, but it's weird that it's become like a signature thing of his.
He does it in literally every film, like every single film.
And
that's
then,
his go-to.
I don't even know if this is a one-liner, but I wrote this down because it's such a. So he snaps this guy's arm and he goes, "Does that hurt? You fucking pussy."
No, it's even worse.
Oh, is it worse than that? That's what I have.
Does that hurt? And then the guy goes, "Yeah."
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You fucking pussy.
I didn't catch the guy going, "Yeah." Oh, that's terrible. Yeah.
I wouldn't have caught it if I didn't have the subtitles.
Okay, that was it, because I think it's buried in
because he's screaming, saying, "Yeah, it does hurt, Steven Seagal."
And I just love the idea of "you fucking pussy." It speaks to this. I think we forget sometimes, because not every movie we watch has this attitude, but just this insanely toxic machismo of this is just like, you broke your arm and now you're crying about it. Fuck you, you fucking pussy.
Not that I'd ever have my arm broken, but if I did, I wouldn't cry. I just tough through the pain, man.
Also, I love this next bit where they're holding people hostage in the kitchen, and then they also just immediately execute them. Because the guy
this happens a couple of times in the movie.
Because he's got a gun to the guy. He goes, "You should come to the kitchen." "Actually, no, it's a trap." Bam, 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 bam. And
there's a lot of bad guys holding guns to people, and then they're like, "You know what? My life and the life of this other person doesn't matter. Fuck you," and then they immediately get shot. I don't know why that is. There's no I don't know. It's a weird thing about this film. This is like one of 3 times it happens.
Yeah. Let's talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He gets a few awesome kills in this kitchen scene.
He does, yes. This is the most fun I had watching this
Unquestionably, like I said, if this was the whole movie, I would have enjoyed this thing. Because you get, number one, he makes an aerosol flamethrower and lights a guy on fire.
Love to see it.
Pretty cool.
Love to see a guy on fire.
But then he ups himself when he launches a propane tank at a guy. That was pretty sweet.
Like a fucking rocket launcher. It's so good.
He sets it up on a shelf, and then he just bashes the valve open, and the thing takes off like nobody's business right at a guy.
This is the kill of the movie, right?
I can't think of anything better than this.
Because he also picks somebody up and like stabs them on like a weightlifting machine.
Yeah, that was pretty great too. That was pretty great.
And and his one-liner there is "no pain, no gain."
He has back-to-back one-liners in that scene, which we'll talk about. But yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, I think that's a second. I also like a guy's coming after him. Now, the prison's being shut down. Why is there just a pot of water on a working stove that's boiling? It's only
Great
here
question.
so Steve Austin can throw this boiling water in a guy's face. But I'm here for it.
Yeah, you know what?
But I did go, wait a minute, why would that burner be on? There's no kitchen staff, and there's just a pot of water that's boiling.
There was one kitchen staff. Like, I think her name was Esmeralda.
Oh, she got shot earlier in the face though.
She already did get shot in the face, but she was hiding with one of the guards.
Even still, why is she turning on a pot of boiling water? There's the prison's no one needs to be. Oh, it's insane.
Yes.
But then Steven Seagal, Stone Cold Steve Austin gets his ass handed to him by the crooked prisoner woman.
Yes.
Which I was like, okay. She beats the shit out of him.
And his response is, "What the fuck, baby?"
Yeah.
Like, Even when you're getting your ass kicked, you're such a fucking condescending.
Well, then he's
prick.
all bloodied, and she's running away with the courier woman. He just goes, "My kind of woman." So this gave him a boner is what I'm taking this to be. That's his thing now. So you better believe though that while they're running away, some random thug prisoner grabs the courier woman and tries to rape her because it's got to happen. But then that guy gets beaten to death by the crooked prisoner woman. Kills him with just like a piece of wood. Yeah,
just like a loose piece of wood.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of lame.
Yeah.
It was because it was like, wait, what? Who cares?
Who cares?
That's this whole movie. Because, like I said, I mean, we're burning through the runtime of this movie because it's mostly just people running around.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like most Steven Seagal movies, I feel like, are paced like this film.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, people moving around doing random shit until the movie ends.
So Seagal gets his hands on some kind of override where he locks all the doors to the prison. And this is where they go, good thing you have those keys, Warden. I like that the override wouldn't cancel out a key just opening a door.
Well, it's not that good of a prison, okay?
No, because once again, this is all just chain link fences. That's the other thing I thought is, what do you even need the keys? It'd be so easy to just clip these chain link fences open. Don't they have like bolt cutters or something or literally anything? You're telling me you couldn't? You're the special ops team. You can't just get through a chain link fence? So that was pretty dumb. And so because they pretty quickly get to the extraction point. Now here's the thing. This is a real bad move on the bad guy's part. They get to the garbage truck, they shoot the warden, and then they go, okay, before we leave, we're going to cut this thing out of the courier. Why not get out of there and then do that?
I don't know, John.
That was incredibly stupid. There was no reason they couldn't just escape with her and then cut it out. Instead, they have to give time for Seagal and the other guys to get to them. So while they're doing that, this is where Stone Cold Steve Austin squares off with the main henchman guy once again, the workout space in the Black Site prison. Well, there may be prisoners who will probably never leave, but they do need time to work out.
They just need some exercise time. They need some personal time.
So the guy, the henchman guy grabs the bar that you would put the weights on, right? Like this this is where he goes, "You gonna work out or you gonna fat?" Yeah.
He does have a lot of one-liners in this movie.
He does. I actually kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin in this. He's kind of fun to watch. Like I said, we didn't hate the other movie we watched with him. He was all right.
No. That had our favorite one-liner from last year. From Fighting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I like this one. You're going to work out, you're going to fat.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, he ends up impaling him on, what is this? This is some kind of hand, like one of the, what's this, like a...
Yeah, it's like what you would, so if you had like a rack of those bars, man, very clear that John and I don't work out. But you rest them on these like little,
that's what I thought. It's like a rack for weights. But I also thought that's not sharp enough to come through somebody's chest like this, because he just impales him right through this thing.
Yeah, and I guess we're supposed to. It's supposed to imply that he's so strong that he can impale somebody with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's the no pain, no gain.
Yeah. Very Arnold Schwarzenegger. This whole scene was very like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando.
And actually, like, if you want to have Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a Commando type movie, I'm here for it.
Yeah, that would be great.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I think going forward, we're going to probably prioritize more Stone Cold movies than Seagal movies, really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't avoid Seagal.
But we do him infrequently on the show for a reason. Not only is he despicable, I don't like his movies. Like,
no, they're not good.
No.
They're like this.
And I'm trying to find ones now where it's like, we often try to do ones where it's like, oh, we kind of like the people around him or something, you know?
Yeah.
So meanwhile, there's a giant shootout with everybody. This is where you talk about, you've got all the good guys and all the bad guys just unloading their weapons at each other here.
Mm-hmm. And if you're looking at the sound levels, it would just be just a block of gunfire sounds for 20 minutes.
I always watch these movies with headphones. When this I just took my headphones off for a while and just go like, because
did I.
It just got irritating. Like it was just like, because it was just, and
this is where I started to get a headache from watching this film.
Yeah, like I watch a lot of movies with gunfire, but you often don't have this kind of sustained,
No.
Oh God, it's such bad because there's no mix, there's
boring.
no thought to it, there's no anything, nothing interesting about the way the guns sound.
No,
I always go back to Dirty Harry as like that's how you do it. Where like Dirty Harry's gun has a sound.
Mm-hmm.
I like stuff like that where it's like, oh, and whether or not that's real, it doesn't matter. It's a movie. The fact that the 44 Magnum, the signature gun of our hero, sounds different than other guns is good filmmaking.
It's good Foley work. I mean, you and I were talking the other day about like the art of Foley work and like differentiating different gunshots from different guns and how important that is. Because if you don't, it's just this blank,
or
it's
you're
just
doing
the
stuff,
static white noise.
You know, one of the things, maybe the best shootout in film is in Michael Mann's Heat, where he doesn't do anything to the gunshot sounds. It's all live recorded on set. So what you're hearing then is the echo of these things bouncing, the echo of the sound bouncing off of cars or concrete or whatever, and it create where you go like,
cool.
Yeah, it makes the guns scary when they go off. You're like, shit, because you unload with a machine gun at somebody, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
and that's what that movie does. This movie is just like, you know. When people talk about movies I like being like, oh, it's so noisy, and I often go like, I don't think like a Marvel movie's noisy or over the top in that way. This I agree with. It's just like, because this is just nonsense. It's it's just loud. We get our one moment for Bren Foster where he sneaks around behind the guy shooting, and I was like, oh, finally a guy who's doing some spin kicks, and there aren't a lot of cuts because he can actually do this shit.
Very obviously,
and it was pretty good.
Trained in this in some way,
Yeah, this is another one I go, why wasn't this guy the other main guy? Forget Seagal. I want to watch that guy. And now that's why I was looking at like, what other movies is he in? Because we should watch a movie with him. He did another Seagal movie, which but he's also got some sci-fi stuff, and we should watch Alpha Code with him and Denise Richards.
I also thought his acting was pretty good.
Yeah, too. I thought he was totally
obviously
decent.
Comparatively. Yeah.
Yeah, but also he's he did like soap operas and stuff like that. So he also has kind of like Scott Adkins, martial arts, but also like has done acting that doesn't require action too.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. He's done guest shots on TV and stuff like that. And we talked about he was the voice of Max Rokitansky in the Mad Max video game.
Yeah. Very underrated game.
He was on The Last Ship, which was a TNT series about the military. But once again, that had some action, but it's more drama. He's been on some show, Home and Away. I don't know what this is. Oh, it seems like it's an Australian show. But once again, like drama.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is interesting because I'm not seeing like a lot of like martial arts in his bio here, but he is so much more compelling in a fight scene than honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at it, you have to go into his bio where it talked about he studied martial arts for years and stuff like that. But that's he's a Taekwondo world champion.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
but
that makes sense.
That's just one of his skills. He seems like he actually is an actor, too.
Yes.
And I think those are the people that we tend to like the most, because I think Scott Adkins is like that, where it's like, I am an actor who knows martial arts, not just a martial artist.
Yes. It's hard to thread that needle, but when people do, John and I are very appreciative.
Well, because a lot of the time, and look, we can enjoy the work of these guys, but that used to be the canon thing, particularly, was let's go get the world's best kickboxer or whatever. We don't have to worry about whether or not they can act, really. You know, and some guys
we'll make them some sort of stoic, badass or whatever. So they don't.
Because that was Chuck Norris, right? He was he was a karate champion, and then they started putting him in movies. And then every once in a while, you luck out and you get a Van Damme who just has a natural charisma. And even Van Damme got better with each movie.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, you get a lot of that kind of stuff where I just go like, that guy can't fucking act.
Yep.
And so yeah, that's that. So I do appreciate when you have people like, I think Adkins really. I mean, we love Van Damme, but I gotta say, I think Adkins is like the perfect action shelf actor.
Yes,
I think he is. I think he is the platonic ideal of what like a B movie.
He's certainly more of an actor than Van Damme is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing where it's like he is equal parts martial arts and actor, whereas Van Damme is probably more martial arts, but more actor than the other martial arts guys, but still primarily a martial artist.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or I was gonna be Don the Dragon Wilson is another prime example of a guy where it's like world kickboxing, champion. You're like, yeah. I mean, we haven't really seen it. We still reserve.
I've only seen one movie of his, so
yeah.
We'll wait till we see another one.
Let's talk about, as much as we enjoyed that fight with Bren Foster, let's talk about the terrible fight between Steven Seagal and Michael Pare. Well, actually, before we get to that, I do want to get to that the
standoff.
Well, before that, we have the courier woman shoot the evil fake prisoner woman. When Stone Cold Steve Austin sees her dead, he goes, "Which one of you motherfuckers killed my future ex-wife?"
Oh, bad, John. It's so. I feel like he could have looked directly at the camera and said that line and like point at it. It's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I fuck yeah, I do, Stone Cold.
I'm one of you.
Yeah.
I'm one of you.
Yeah. Because these guys, these problematic, divorced dads, are also watching Monday Night Raw on WWE and Friday Night SmackDown. These are wrestling guys too. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong inherently with wrestling. I'm just saying that in the Venn diagram of wrestling fans, they're in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the standoff, because Steven Seagal and Michael Pare. You want to talk about how boring this is? First, they're shooting with their long guns at each other, right? Then they run out of bullets, so they switch to their sidearms, and then they run out of bullets, and then they decide to talk, and that requires Seagal to kind of act.
And take off both of their vests.
Okay.
Before we get to this square off, I do like the standoff where it's like they bring up the fact that, so this is the tactical genius. We've got you outnumbered 2-1. And what is Steven Seagal's way to get around being completely outgunned and outmanned? He takes 3 steps back and just starts shooting. That's his big plan. Like, I would believe that Steve Austin's was the tactical genius because he's using like a propane tank as a missile. He's lighting people on fire. He's being creative.
He's doing
Steven Seagal is just, I'm gonna step back and then I guess I'll shoot. And it works for some reason. I don't. Yeah, it's weird.
It's really weird. But this Kevlar thing reminds me of yet another. This is a smaller tale of Seagal. Here you go.
Good.
And this is less about Seagal specifically and more about a company that he works with. There's a company in Colombia that makes stylish, bulletproof clothing for rich people. All right, and he commissioned an oversized leather kimono, a Kevlar leather kimono.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's enormous and performed the triple duty of, quote, protecting Seagal's life and ego while slimming his waistline. That was a smaller one, but yes, the man does own a bulletproof leather kimono.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing.
There's a video about the company where they show Seagal's kimono.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like that if you type in Steven Seagal bulletproof, it comes up with Steven Seagal bulletproof leather kimono. But also, it speaks to how he views himself, that he would think he's worthy of somebody taking a shot at. Yeah,
no. Nobody cares, Steven. Nobody cares.
Oh, I think I can't tell. There's lots of photos of the man in kimonos. So which one's bulletproof?
So it's hard to narrow it down.
Unclear. Yeah. We'll have to watch that video where apparently they.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
You never know which one.
Go ahead and take a shot at me. So this is a lame fight where he basically just kicks the shit out of Michael Pare. I mean, kudos to Michael Pare. He has to sell a lot of getting hit here. And
a lot.
Yeah, and it's just lame. And like I said, I just feel bad for him because Michael Pare can act. And yeah, this is just an example of like, yeah, Seagal's not engaged in this at all. He just beats the shit out of Michael Pare. And it's not fun to watch, and it's not heroic, and it's not interesting.
It's not thrilling at all.
No.
Like, it should be the other way around. Like, Seagal's barely holding on, and then he pushes through the pain and somehow comes on top.
I always talk about the Stallone Rocky franchise. The whole thing in that franchise is he's going to lose a fight so he can rise back up and win at the end. I mean, that's the formula.
That's just good fight scene storytelling.
Yeah, it's just like
it's a little overdone, a little cliched, but at least it's something.
There's an inherent excitement in that, though. There's a base level of storytelling. There is the idea Stallone understands that about getting beaten down is what's going to set a character on an arc. If you don't bring your hero low, then what's the point of having it? I mean, it's it's Batman, right? Bane breaks Batman's back so Batman can come back stronger and kick his ass at the end of the story. That's the entire Nightfall storyline. Superman died in the comic. All right, the most invincible fucking pussy, you know that character died in the comics.
I'd never die if I was Superman.
Except Steven Seagal would never be enough of a fucking nerd to read a comic book.
That's true. I'm too busy getting pussy.
I wonder if I don't think he has. I can't believe he hasn't put out a graphic novel where he is the main character.
That is surprising.
That seems like a thing. Because that's a thing a lot of actors do anyway, just in general. I got to look this up. Steven Seagal graphic novel.
Just in case. Because I would love to read this.
No, this is a book written by a guy named Steven Seagal. No, I don't think that. I mean, we can talk about his novel, but no, he has not written a comic book as of yet, which I'm surprised by.
Shocked.
Oh wait, what's this? Oh no. Somebody did an illustrated biography of him in the 90s, but that doesn't count. No. Sorry, there is no believe it or not. Well, I can't believe he hasn't cashed in on the one of those things where he quote unquote wrote it, right? Like
sure.
By the way, if people are interested in that, I highly recommend Keanu Reeves' Berserker, the comic Keanu did right now that has the character that's drawn like Keanu. It's really good action comic. And Keanu is a big comic book fan, so that's like a lifelong dream for him. And Oscar Isaac is coming out with one too that I'm excited to read.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah, but these are guys.
Is Oscar Isaac a comic book fan?
I mean, to some extent, yeah. I think to some extent. He also played Apocalypse in X-Men.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think he's a diehard one like Keanu is, maybe, but I think he likes the medium. Who's a serious, massive comic book fan is Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He has an entire apartment that he rents out just to keep his comic collection in.
Yeah,
like, dude,
that's cool.
That guy's hardcore. He loves comic books. So
I will say this about Steve Austin.
Yeah,
he's a big video game nerd.
Yes, he
loves something that I can relate to him. He loves the Legend of Zelda franchise.
And I think he was pretty instrumental in pushing those WWE video games to be better, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think he had a big hand in wanting to make sure those are good. And those, well, once again, neither one of us are wrestling fans. I think those are pretty well thought of as games for the most part.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
That was a thing that was like a sort of nerdy pop culture thing that never hit me. I always sort of like,
me neither.
Like comics always overtook that because I feel like and I know a lot of comic fans who love wrestling for similar reasons. It has ongoing stories, rivalries, characters, costumes, abilities. But I just never appealed to me. I liked individual wrestlers, like I love Dwayne Johnson and John Cena and stuff like that, but just never got it. It's a big commitment. Like there's a lot of it. Those things go on for hours too.
I mean, they're like 4-hour long events, and there's like interweaving stories that go back like years.
That's the thing where it's like, and that's what I go to is like, look, I'm a fan of some stuff, but I just don't have the energy to be a fan of all of it, man. But that's
you can't. Yeah, there's too much stuff.
I respect the concept of it. I fucking hate Vince McMahon, and anybody who does any research on that knows. But I like the wrestlers individually. They really got a raw deal.
They sure did.
So
Which is the name of a movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we watched it. With,
that's right.
Nobody gives me a raw deal. I'm in the mafia. Yeah. All right. So, how about the way this ends? That's pretty stupid. They set this up earlier where they have this wall, this doorway lined with mines tripped by lasers. But it also leads to this exchange where Michael Pare says, "What do you expect? I'm the fucking bad guy." And then Seagal says, "And I'm the good guy." And then throws him into these mines where he explodes into chunks. You know, a real good guy move.
Maybe the laziest screenwriting I've ever seen.
Yeah. They literally have the villain say, "I'm the bad guy," and the hero say, "I'm the good guy."
And then kills the bad guy. Like,
yeah, but also just kind of murders him in a non-heroic fashion.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, if anything, a better screenwriter would go, "And I'm the good guy," and he'd like knock him unconscious and arrest him because I'm not gonna murder you.
Yes.
The end of Spectre, I love when Blofeld's on the ground and Bond has the gun in him. He's like, "Go ahead and shoot me," and Bond ejects the magazine and takes the bullets out, and he's like, "No bullets," because the whole message of that movie is a license to kill is a license not to kill.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not a fucking murderer, and go ahead and arrest that guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool to me. You don't have to have but not see the fans that like these movies want to see Seagal just obliterate the bad guy. They're not interested in any kind of moral debate, actually, which is why this whole scene is bizarre.
Yes.
That they would even bother with this.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have conflicting ideologies. Ultimately, they're both just shitty, violent men.
Yeah, it's like exactly like they're both just guys who do dark shit. It just happens to be that Seagal is kind of in the moral right this time.
Yeah,
but you get the sense. Yeah, you don't get the sense he's done awful shit too. Like,
yeah, oh sure. Well, that's just the vibe Seagal gets.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I just look at him and I go, "You've done stuff, haven't you?"
You've shot somebody's dog before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we've talked about that story too. And you drove a tank into someone's house.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that the same person? They drove a tank and lawman. But okay, so let's see. Oh, this is the weirdest part of the movie, though, is the end, where they just take the illegal money.
I think so. Yeah, they just steal the illegal money.
It's the thing where he just goes, "Yeah, we pulled the information out of the courier. Turns out it's a bunch of secret bank accounts, and yeah, shit, you want to keep $200 million?" And he's just like, "Yeah, sounds good to me." And I just thought, well, this is a weird ending.
This kind of makes them the villains because they just follow through with the villains' plan after killing them.
When he asked Steven Seagal what he's going to do with the money, he's like, "Well, I'll give half to charity. Some kind of children's hospital, you know, because I'm a good
the
guy.
Other half is going straight into sex trafficking."
Well, he does say the other half I'll have some fun with.
Yep, so same thing.
But then also he goes, "But hey, how about you meet me down in Puerto Vallarta or whatever? You know, I got a new gig for us." It's like, oh man, another crazy mission with you, brother.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
another
what is this,
crazy mission where we don't interact except for one scene.
But then he turns to the courier woman. He goes, "You ready to fly, baby?" And they walk off with his arm around her. I'm like, I'm sorry, are they together now?
Apparently. I mean, I'm grateful there wasn't like them kissing like at the end of Under Siege, but even the implication of them being in a relationship
they had to talk
joke.
They had to talk Seagal down to just a kiss in Under Siege, of course.
That's true. Yeah.
So that is that's the movie.
Yeah, that's the film. Man, we got through that in record time.
I think we did because we had some sojourns in there. So this will still be like a normal length episode, but we also spent a lot of time talking about other shit. So because
there's not much to talk about.
No,
here.
there really isn't. I was watching it last night going, dude, I don't even know if we can go for an hour on this one.
I every once in a while I watch a movie. I'm like, I don't see how this is going to be an episode. I don't know what there is to talk about. But you and I find stuff to talk about. So
we do, and Listman, it's always my goal to find the strangest IMDb reviews for these movies I can.
Oh boy!
And there's a lot of reviews for this movie, and more 10-star ones than you would think, unfortunately.
I mean, one 10-star review is more than I'd think, but
yeah. Well. Let's here's a longer review from IMDb user Anderson Chris 17.
Should we just assume that this is a pen name for Steven Seagal reviewing his own?
Well, yeah, I think so. Best Seagal movie in a very, very long time. This movie honestly deserves a 5.7 to 6. That's the title of the review. Okay, he means that as an overall. Because let's actually see what its overall average score is. What do you think? 4.7. That's still too high.
That sounds right.
That's still too high.
That's still too high. Yeah.
So most people think that Seagal is getting too old, too fat. You know what? Maybe he is getting older and fatter. But this movie makes him look bad to the bone. Starring alongside Steve Austin, I'm not wasting my time telling you what the movie's about. You can read that at the top. I have to say, this is way better than Van Damme's 6 Bullets. Now, that one we haven't watched yet, Listman, so we can't speak. But Van Damme's in it, so it's better.
That's better, yeah.
Even though I thought that was a good movie, this one will impress you. Seagal actually has some badass fight scenes in this one, not to mention a few good one-liners that will make you laugh. He even smiles a couple times. Steve Austin is a very nice ad. He gives the movie a little humor, and also he gets his ass kicked in the movie. Not gonna say by who. I'm reading this with the inflection I imagine it was written with. I think one person that did amazing in this movie is Michael Pare, the bad guy. He did an amazing job playing the leader of the Killing Time. Most of the time, the bad guys are dumb Russians and really don't know what to do, but this guy knows exactly what to do. Okay. This movie gives you the feel of the old 80s action movie style. I honestly, in my opinion, think this movie would be right behind The Expendables. Oh, God, every Expendables movie is like 100 times better than this movie.
They only could be,
yeah. And actually, Steve Austin's in the first Expendables movie, and he's pretty good in it. I think the director, Kanoi Waxman, did an amazing job on this movie, especially because Seagal isn't dubbed, not one bit. There's a million shootouts and fight scenes. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this movie. If you think Seagal hasn't made a good movie in years, trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. Make sure no one's around so you can blast this fucker up. I think if the director were to return, I think with a little more budget, he could be the one to get Seagal back on the big screen. 10 out of 10 stars.
Oof.
Man, that's a deluded individual.
So, like, I don't see how you could look at this and be like, this is great. It's so boring.
Even if you like other Seagal movies, like it's
so incompetent.
Yeah,
like it's so incompetently put together.
It's really bad. It's really, really bad. So yeah, that's hey boy. Well, damn, listen, I'm kind of bummed our old pal Bruce didn't see this movie.
Shocked, really.
But that never stops us from doing everyone's favorite segment, which is once again it's time for the winning opinion. All right, here's Bruce's review of something very new to Amazon Prime and something I actually enjoyed quite a bit. And something I was talking about the military falsehoods in this, and a show that was very true and accurate, which is Chris Pratt's new series, The Terminal List, a show that takes a lot of pains to be very accurate to military tacticians. Here is Bruce's review of it. And this is also one of those where I'm going like, oh, I know Bruce is going to love this show, so I wanted to hear what he says. So here he goes. The review is titled, Lots of Shooting of the Soldier Type. At first I thought I would abort, but I'm glad I watched the entire story. I like the action and violence, Usually, I don't like war-type movies, but this one has an important message. I especially like the explosions and shooting. 5 out of 5 stars.
Doesn't usually like war films. Interesting. So the violence he likes is like just murder. Is what he likes.
Well, and
like just wanted
but
murder.
that's why he likes this, because this is about an operation gone wrong and then a guy getting revenge for the death of his team. So I see the thing where he says I wanted to leave after the first episode, because really only the first episode is like warfare, and then from there it's like a personal vendetta story. So yeah. I think that's when he's like, ooh, now it's a revenge story. Now I'm in.
Yeah.
He liked it when it was just the murder.
Who does Bruce Winning feel slighted by and wants vengeance upon? That's my question.
Ooh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Man, it's got to be something involving the audio industry, right? Because he's got such high opinions about the audio quality of movies. He's got problems with some sound mixer from Hollywood, you know. And I swear to God, I will get my revenge.
I will find them and I will end them.
All right. Well, Listman, we didn't care for Maximum Conviction, but do you think
not at all?
Do you think there's a movie we could come up with that would be a good pairing of Steven Seagal and Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, sure. Let's try our best, challenge ourselves.
Right? So we're gonna try that by busting out a device I think Steven Seagal actually does use to title his films, because dear God, he has the worst titles of anybody. So here we go. Let's randomly generate a title. Here we go. Let's see. We've got okay, here we go. It's Steven Seagal and Stone Cold Steve Austin in Darkness of the Sun. Darkness of the Sun.
Okay.
Darkness of the Sun. So obviously there's a contradiction there. There's the sun, but darkness of the sun.
That could be interesting, because I was thinking like the movie takes place during a solar eclipse or something.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Like they need to wait until the sun is blocked to do some sort of plan or a heist or something.
That's a good idea. There's an upcoming solar eclipse, and they need to move under the cover of darkness.
Yeah, they can't wait for nighttime for some reason, but like
right.
They won't expect it during the day. Or something.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like and it's got to be something like the security systems of where they're breaking in for are prepared for night, but they're not prepared for the sudden darkness of a solar eclipse. So it'll shut down the solar powered something, right?
Sure.
The solar powered security grid of a warlord's castle base. I'm just throwing words out, but there you go.
Yes, Steven Seagal is the warlord.
There you go.
Steve Austin is our hero.
And Bren Foster is his second in command.
Exactly.
There you go. We'll just bring these guys back.
Yes.
This son of a bitch has gone on long enough. It's time to take him down.
Here's the only thing I need. I need the final confrontation, much like this movie. The final confrontation between our hero, our protagonist and antagonist, is just Stone Cold just beating the ever-loving shit out of Steven Seagal. It's not even a competition.
Every time he almost gets up, he just gets pummeled back down.
Yeah. But like we've recommended before, this is actually Stone Cold Steve Austin murdering Steven Seagal in real life. We're watching a snuff film.
You always go back to actually killing the man.
I mean, yeah.
I would early on, though, they try to shoot him and he has his bulletproof kimono on, though.
Ooh, yes. Should he be playing Steven Seagal?
He's just taking the bullets, right, like into the thing.
Yeah. Should he be playing?
Yeah.
His part is, I am Steven Seagal, and I am a warlord in like some Eastern European country.
Right. Putin has given him command over a small country in Eastern Europe. Oh, And the government goes to his former co-star, Stone Cold Steve Austin, going, "You're the only man who can get close enough."
Yeah, we need a man on the inside.
Somehow, I always knew this day would come. I always
Ever
figured
since we worked together on
2012's Maximum Conviction. I always knew this would end with me having to kill him.
I had a dream once when we were working on the film of me snuffing out his lights.
Yeah.
Who knew that was a premonition of sorts?
You know what they say? Sometimes dreams come true.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the one thing he was too stupid to calculate for a well-established solar eclipse in his security. So that's your one chance. Because he's going to stay. He's going to stay with him, but that will shut down the security, so he can actually get close to him without. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then it's 30 minutes of beating the ever-loving shit out of Steven Seagal.
And he's going, "Why Stone Cold? Why? Shut up!"
And he's crying for the first time in any movie he's ever been in. He's showing actual human emotion.
I don't understand. How'd you get so good from fatting?
Yes, bring it back.
Yeah,
the greatest hits.
Well, there's one of the sillier ones we've come up with.
Yeah.
But speaking of silly, next week on the show, we get a very silly movie starring another wrestling icon. That's right. It's Jesse the Body Ventura. Have we done Jesse Ventura on here?
We must. I know we watched Predator for our
the patron, but I don't know if we've actually done a movie with him.
We must have.
It seems like we have to have. Hey, brother, he's living off the grid. I'm looking here though at his filmography, and dude, I don't think we have.
Whoa, weird. Okay, well, check it off the box.
Yeah,
check the
man.
box off. Yeah.
No, we haven't. We've done he's been in a couple of the movies we've done commentaries for, listen, because he also shows up in Demolition Man.
That's right. Yeah.
And there's a couple movies I think we've talked about doing with him in them, but I think this is actually the first one. So here it is. This is we are talking about the Jesse Ventura sci-fi epic, Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe.
I am not looking forward to this film, John. I am dreading.
But Listman, don't you want to hear the tagline for it?
Yes.
It's very simple. Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. An adventure across time and space.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Sure.
You like time and space.
Yeah, those are. I love the fabric of the universe. I love that shit. Good stuff.
So there you go. We get Jesse Ventura. Jesse the Body Ventura is Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. And you can watch this on Amazon Prime.
If you are brave enough, you can watch it there.
Yeah. What do we got for just a 90-minute even? Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay.
I was going like, oh no, if it's 115 minutes, I'm gonna have to shoot myself. Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, next week on the show, and our good friend Alex Schaefer will be joining us for that. Fun.
We'll see. Commiseration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll help. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of The Action Shelf. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Michael Listman.
Till next week, get yourself some action.
The Action Shelf. The Action Shelf.